Well, have you ever heard the podcast about me talking about how you can get different avenues of being in the electrical industry? Well, today we have James that's came here that has built a business niching down in the electrical industry. So, James, what do you do as a niche down?
Well, my niche down, I do a lot of TV, AV, and audio more so than electric. We do electrical work, but it's not our bread and butter. So
Your main objective is basically installing TVs and audio, yeah?
yeah, so believe it or not, my background started in satellite and cable TV and stuff like that.
Don't tell me you're a Sky man.
I was a Sky
Oh,
man.
were you?
I was.
You were one of them. You're
was.
fully qualified electrician, yeah?
I am. I did that later on. So,
Right, so you were a Sky man first?
well, originally NTL. Do you remember them days?
I do. I worked for NTL.
Did you?
Yes, but doing the DC power
Okay.
back in the day. Yeah.
Right, so I used to do the installation side of things. So your
Right.
internet, your TV. We did the garden. We do the whole lot. So we'd come up the garden, pull the cables all the way down to the cab down the road. We did everything. Yeah. So that's how I started.
You did all that. So when you first started at them, let's go back a bit. We're going a bit forward there.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying like when you left school, what did you do? Peck your nose and go driving. But what did you do straight out of school? How did you become from where you are today? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Straight out of school, I didn't really stick into a trade or anything like that. I would just do anything. So I worked in Tesco's.
You're trying to find your way in effect, like, or did you want to have a career in Tesco?
Well, I think when you're young, you're cocky and you think you know it all.
Basically want money, don't you?
You want
This
money
is the
to
thing.
go out and get beer,
Yeah.
to meet women, to get a car and have a life. Don't
Yes.
you? You've got
Wanna
no
live a little.
responsibilities.
Yeah.
You've got nothing to kind of justify your existence. So you're looking for a justification
Yeah,
in a way.
and everyone else is doing that as well. So you think, well, I want to do that as well. I want to party.
Well, yeah, you got the money to like lower your car and get your sound system,
all
and you're
these
doing
things
it
and you
yourself.
waste a fortune.
When you're putting house speakers in your
Quad
boot.
lamps and all this palaver.
I've done all that. So I
The
work-
best tape deck.
Oh yeah,
That's a long time ago now.
Oh,
Yeah.
flip down.
Yes.
Do you remember the old Kenwoods that used
The
to turn
Kenwoods.
around?
I really wanted one with a TV screen coming out.
I couldn't get one of them.
Don't even know why, because I don't think DVDs were out back then.
Yeah, but now
but-
cars have them.
I
You're
know,
getting the
exactly.
big touch screen.
Tesla's have got a bleeding tablet on it, no?
It's bigger than an iPad, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
they say as well, hang about, they
Go on.
say as well, you're not meant to play with your phone. But when I had that van, you did everything. The electric van, you turn the heating up, you turn everything on from that touchscreen.
Everything is on it.
That's basically playing with a phone.
You're a games console almost.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Stupid.
Oh, mate, when I look back, when I think by the time I was 21, I didn't find the job that I really felt like I fitted. And when you're young and cocky, you think you know everything better than the person telling you that's done it for 20 odd
100%.
years.
Same
don't
with your
you?
parents. Yeah, definitely.
Everything. Or what would you know? I found a better way. So I had 21 jobs by the time I was 21
Why did you have so many?
because I'd do it for a day, a week, a month.
What, you just jack it in?
Yeah, just quit. Yeah. I'd
Your
literally-
attention span was quite low then.
I would definitely be told I'm on a spectrum.
Right.
But that wasn't a thing then. I don't think they invented it. You know, I found out in college I was dyslexic.
Right.
So I only found out because we had a stand-in maths teacher. I think his name was Ernie.
What?
Right.
You called him by his first name as well?
Yeah, he was. He goes, look, I'm not doing surnames. He goes, my name's Ernie.
Good lad.
He wrote it on the board and he just said, later in the day, I get tired and I'll get my words and letters mixed up and I'll put numbers in and all sorts. Correct me, I don't mind. I have dyslexia.
Thought you were the teacher.
And I sat there, I went, what's dyslexia? So I asked him afterwards and he went, oh, blah, blah, blah. We'll get you a test. So they did, like, not type of test you would
Elaborate
do
test,
now.
like, yeah.
It wasn't like a full psychological profile. So I did a test and they said, I was 16. I had a reading capability
Right.
of a 12-year-old, a writing capability of a 9-year-old or 10-year-old, something around that. So I was
Did that
like,
put you down a bit though, thinking, oh,
I did,
I'm
yeah,
thick?
it put me down
in a
massively.
little way.
But the thing is, they didn't give you any like coping mechanisms or tools at the time. They just went, it was like turning around going, oh, you're left-handed and you've got blue eyes. It wasn't like this
That's
is what
it,
you need to
done.
do. It's just
not
here's
trying
the
to help
thing.
you advance sort of thing.
Nothing. No extra time, no nothing. It was just that's where you're
schools back in the day, weren't it? They used to just say, right, you're not clever enough to do this. So I remember I used to do something called Star Poll. It's basically about spaceships and that. It was colouring in, really, I think. I was 15, like, I was good at it, really good at colouring in, but everyone else is doing the hard
And
stuff.
look where it's got you.
I know, yeah.
We had that in school. Everyone called it spellings. So instead of going to like assembly, you go to spellings. Mm-hmm. But what it was, everyone else called it special class and take the mick out of you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're in with like everyone else that maybe had a learning difficulty or whatever else, and you would do your spellings to practice.
Yeah.
We didn't. We just sat there and dossed about like you would.
No one was looking, there no teachers in there, did
But I didn't know I had dyslexia then, not till college. So I came out of school with this preconceived notion that maybe I was a little bit thicker, or I wasn't as good as everyone else.
Like, yeah.
I'll just get by. And then when I got to college, I got told I had a thing, and I was like, oh. And then after that, I never did anything with it.
It made a bit more sense, sort of thing.
It made a bit of sense, but it didn't give you any avenue to pursue it, to get help,
to get better with it, or to cope with it, in effect.
Nothing like that. So I just kind of went out and went, all right, I've got this thing, I struggle with reading and writing, whatever. Maybe I just won't do any jobs that you need that.
Yeah, you're trying to adapt your life to fit around it in.
But what I didn't know is the dyslexic brain, right? I actually did a talk on it once, right? And it was really good because people come up to me afterwards and went, thank you. I was like,
I can resonate with that.
Yeah, massively. And the dyslexic brain is a really good problem-solving brain. So most tradies, not all, but most tradies are on the spectrum somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
That's why we do what we do, because we're good with our hands. We're not always good with the written word. So the dyslexic brain is a problem-solving brain. So where the neurotypical will go, oh, I'll go from A, B, C, D, and quite methodical. Yeah, the dyslexic brain is going, I'll go A, F, G, Tuesday, shiny, yesterday, hello, banana.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
here, there, everywhere.
So when the neurotypical goes, oh, D's missing, we can't proceed now because D's missing, the dyslexic brain's like, it's all right, mate, because I've already got 3 other ways to get to F.
Right.
And it's already figured it out.
It's an evolution of the human mind then, possibly.
Potentially.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into aliens, but you never know.
You know what I mean? Yeah, how do you know I'm not one?
Yeah, hey, we'll all find each other.
Yeah.
But I think that helps. So I think for problem solving, so when a customer comes to me and says, oh, look, this can't be done, I go, that's all right, I've just figured a way out. And I already know a different way to do it. And I think that's quite beneficial.
You've adapted sort of thing to the situation.
Yeah, and I think early on, going through different jobs, I was in Tesco, I'd done delivery driving, I delivered newspapers, you name it. I did anything. I made seatbelts, and then I became a bus driver.
Always working for somebody.
Always working for somebody, yeah. Never self-employed. And then after being a bus driver, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Even though it was all right, it was good money.
Driving school buses, were you? I could
Everything.
imagine. Yeah, because the kids, used to abuse the driver, didn't you?
Mate, to be fair, I think because of my personality, I was quite lucky. So I had little old dears on the bus going, can you let me on with my dog, please? And I was like,
what you want,
can.
mate? It's on the back.
Yeah, I'd lower the front of the bus for him and they'd give me sweets. In the summer, this little old dear got on and she went, what time are you coming back? Because you lower the bus and let me on.
Oh, they liked you.
Oh, yeah, I looked at my card. I was like, I'll be back at like 2:45. And she was like, okay. And
I'll get that bus.
It was a hot day. She waited. She missed 3 buses to get on my bus and she got on with ice cream.
Nice
and
one.
I was like, I could get used to this. Yeah. But now that's transitioned. You think now, like 20 odd years later, I go to customers and in my email, when I quote, I go, we don't do discounts, but we do take tea and biscuits and cake.
Right, a good little quirky thing. Yeah.
And I'm just a feeder, innit? I? So I still like all that. So I turn up at customers' houses and they go, I got the brief, and I get a plate of biscuits.
Like they make sure
out.
they remember. Like,
Yeah,
that's a nice little thing, though. It's comforting to them as well that you're a nice person, in effect. And it helps with the know, like, and trust bit in it. And if they like you, they trust you in the house.
And then expectations. If you're giving them something to expect, they're coming back and going, oh, he expects a biscuit and a cup of tea. And then they do.
Has anyone ever turned around and
happy.
get you cheeky git?
Loads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone said to me, how'd you take your tea? I said, on a plate surrounded by biscuits, right? And this one woman put the tea in the middle of the plate and with biscuits all around.
So she did it anyway,
She did it, but one guy, he took it to another level. He got a tray, he put a cup of tea on it, he broke one biscuit into multiple pieces. He went, cheeky git.
So it's a bit of a fun as well, though, yeah.
I think it's a bit of banter. It is,
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
And it breaks the ice with a customer, especially if you've never met before.
Well, yeah, because they don't know. They just might think you're some Wally turning up.
Yeah, a chancer in effect, yeah.
Yeah, or white van man, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't know. You could be a rogue trader, but if they've got a bit of personality there, I think that helps.
It helps a lot, I think. Yeah,
Big
good.
time.
It's a good idea. I like that. So with your 21 jobs then, after that, what made you pursue the avenue of electricians?
I think when I done the NTL thing side of stuff, I had to go self-employed there. So you were on like a day rate, and then after you got quicker, you could then go on to like a price job. So you would get a percentage of the job, and you split it with your workmate.
Right.
And the guy I work with, I'm still in communications with him now. Like I still talk to him. He went quite high up in the cable industry, but he was hard on me. At that time, I'd just become a dad.
How old were you?
Oh, mate, I was 23? Yeah, I was 23. And I'd become a dad at 23. So Megan, my eldest, who works with me now, she'd just been born. So a month after my 23rd birthday. God, I'm old. And
A long time ago.
I'm getting old. I remember the day.
Back in the day.
I remember it like it was yesterday. But she was born, and then 8 months later, I lost my mum.
Right.
And then I ended up getting a job with Gary, who trained me up, and he was hard on me. He goes, "You're going to be slow. You've got to run to the cab.
Told you how it was.
You're going to be holding me up. You've got to run to here, and you've got to do this quick."
Did you see it as like being hard on you rather than bullying though?
Yeah, I thought it was hard on me. But do you know what was weird? It's like, he was almost like this fatherly figure. Even though he's only got like 8 years on me, I felt that he's got experience.
Effect.
Yeah, and I think I needed it.
Yeah,
and
bit of discipline.
Oh, massively. I needed it. You think I did go off the rails a bit at that time because of grief and everything else, but he got me back onto it. And I think I needed that strict regime because I was
things in your life come to you for a reason, didn't they?
Mate, people come to your life for a reason or a season, and I think he came to me for a reason. And when he lost his mum only a few years back, he rung me up and he apologised. He goes,
the way he treated you?
Yeah, he goes, "Mate, I was so hard on you, the way I treated you at that time." And he was a bit emotional. And I said, "Mate, thank you.
Thank you for treating me like that.
You saved me.
Yeah.
I needed that." And he was like, "Oh, I never thought of it that way." I said, "No, mate, you were there at the right time for me. If it was someone else, I might not have made it." Do you know what I mean?
You treated me just so, like you pushed the boundaries that much.
Yeah, just steered you in the right direction.
So was he electrician as well?
No, that was just cabling, just cable TV, networking and cable TV, yeah. And then once I had a taste for that, I worked with a guy that used to work for Sky.
Right.
And he said, "I work for Sky, you'd be good at that, blah, blah, blah. Get out of this."
Sky's better than NTL.
Very much so. I was like, if it's better, why are you here? Do you know what I mean? So I ended up applying. I got an interview, passed all that, and I got that. And I worked there for 5.5 years. And within that, what was really nice, I moved departments quite often. So I didn't change the job, in essence. I didn't leave the company like I would have done when I was younger.
You progressed up, you think?
Kind of. I think I went sideways a lot.
Right.
I went into, it was a department called MDU, so multi-dwelling units. So you're doing like IRS systems, so like multiple like aerial satellite and all this, doing the cabs, all the
server
cabling.
cabs and stuff like that.
Yeah, the big cabs on the walls, anything up to 60 flats. So you would do the whole thing, and then the catenary wires and looming all the cables, testing it, everything.
So you're making off the RJ45s and things like that?
All coax.
Oh,
cables.
coax.
Yeah, everything.
Back in the day, yeah.
Or pulling 5-core coax. You ever seen that?
No.
Where you get multicolored
double core for Sky, but
well, you get like it's massive. It's like a big armoured cable.
Yeah.
But you get 5-core coax and then an earth inside it because you got earth them all as well. So that was my first kind of taster.
You got earth to coax?
You got earth addition, the aerial system. Yeah, all back to the cab, and then that gets earth back to the PME into like the block of flats and everything. So you'd have to do all that. So that was my first
for lightning
taste.
strikes, I suppose. Yeah.
Or if there's a lightning strike nearby. So not for that system because Formula Earth ain't going to do anything.
Well, no.
But it just stops it tripping. It's weird, isn't it? They've tried to make it an industry standard for residential, and it never took off.
Never worked.
No, and that got my taste of like, hang on a minute, this could be good. And then I ended up in the training department, training the engineers.
Right.
I'd done that for almost a year. I really liked it, but I thought I was getting a promotion. I thought this is going to be good.
This is my way in. Like,
I got less money for it.
Well, for training?
Yeah, because you didn't get a bonus anymore. So I kind of reduced
so the hourly
my money.
rate was probably more, but the overtime wasn't there.
Yeah, you got a company car and a shirt, and a bit of salary, but no bonus.
Before, yeah.
So I was struggling, and we just had my youngest, I think. Then, yeah, she was due to be born. So yeah, my missus was pregnant on our youngest, who's now going to be 17 in a couple of months.
Right.
And I was like, we're really struggling for money. So I went out delivering pizzas on a Saturday. I was cleaning other offices on a weekday.
Just
if I was
2-second job sort of thing?
Yeah, well, 2-second jobs, yeah. And then my missus started cleaning. She was doing a pub on the weekends and offices during the week until she couldn't anymore. Yeah. Just to get the money. I was like, mate. So it got to that point.
You're grafting then, both of you.
I was struggling. Yeah, I was really struggling. Mentally, financially, everything.
Well, it takes a toll on it. Comes in order sort of thing, doesn't it? If you're struggling with money and stuff like struggling in your life, then it's going to affect you mentally without a doubt.
Oh, big time. But then my parents always had the notion if you don't have enough money to do it, find a way. If you can't do it, either don't do it or find a way to do it. Yeah. So if you don't have enough money, go get another job. If you don't have enough money, make some
Figure out a way.
Figure a way, or ask someone, or do something. So my head's always like, I don't have enough. All right, what can I do to get enough? Yeah. So I would just work and I would just work. And
Well, that's the way to get money. So I'll get another job, and you're basically running
burning
yourself into the ground. Yeah.
It's not, you're burning the candle at both ends. And what happens in the end? You're just ruined, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. You work. You're living to work. In effect, you ain't got a life.
Oh yeah, I didn't go
no
out.
time with your kids and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, kids didn't see me. I was working all the time. And then the only bonus, like, you know, when you kind of get this like rose tinted idea of it wasn't that bad, really.
Yeah.
Was
I was doing well.
I'd go deliver pizzas on a Saturday, right?
Get free pizza.
You get free pizza.
Of course you do. I used to do pizza delivery as well.
But a woman would go to me, "Oh, you've got a family. We'll give you 2 pizzas and some garlic bread." So I didn't eat it that night. What I would do, because you'd finish at 11:30, is we'd have that for dinner on Sunday. We just reheat it. So that was a free dinner.
Yeah.
But then, because it was next to like a major coffee outlet, they'd always have buns and cakes that would get thrown out.
Right.
They'd come into the pizza place and go, "We've got these. Can we have a pizza? We'll swap it." Everyone was sick of cakes and muffins because they'd always get them every week. I'd come home with a bag of muffins and pizza.
And pizza. So you were quids in effect then.
Mate, we were getting treats for free. You know, the kids thought we were living it large.
Yeah.
Pizza every weekend and muffins that I could take the
In
lunch.
effect, it was good, but the kids loved it.
It was great. So they've got a fond memory of it, even though they didn't see me. But we had like free food. Like, but we're eating this while their mum's off cleaning a pub.
Right.
So it's all rose tinted in a way.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Sounds good, but
yeah, in theory,
wasn't as good.
But then on the back of that, I just got to the point I went back on the tools at Sky because it was better money, and also because my missus was about to give birth, I didn't want to be up in Scotland because I was going all over the place as well. I was in London, I was in Scotland, I was in Yorkshire, I was all over the country doing
every
training.
day going different places.
Sometimes they could ring you. I had it before. They went, "Oh, someone's gone sick up in Stirling. You've got to go up and cover." So I'd have to fly up that afternoon or drive. Normally fly. Go up there and I'd do the training the next day for 2 days. And then you'd be back again. Always back for the weekend.
Yeah.
But that's tiring. You know, you can't sustain that.
A lot of travelling around. How old were we then?
I would have been 20. No. What Lily was about
So
to be born.
young,
So
in
no,
effect.
I'd have been in my 30s. Early 30s, yeah. Because I'm old now. I'm 46.
Yeah. Well, I ain't far off, 44.
Oh, no. Mate, when you get to my age...
It goes worse, does it? Don't tell me that. I've got a couple of years, I'm screwed.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just other things hurt.
They hurt now.
Yeah, everyone hurts
It
now.
takes its toll.
Oh, don't.
So, hang on, so where did you decide being an electrician's a solution?
Well, I went back on a tools Sky, and then after that, I was doing lots of private work to catch my money up because now I had a van. I was back on the tools. I could do this. And then I did that for another year, and I just thought, I'm still working all my days off to earn extra money to play catch up.
Right.
I'm just going to quit. I hate this.
Just all of a sudden, scrap this, I'm out of it.
It's just like a switch had been done. I was like, no.
I'm not doing it anymore.
And I said to the missus,
stopped
"I'm not
enjoying it,
doing
in effect.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do it. And she just went, "I've seen that look in your face."
She knew it was coming.
She knew, and she goes, "Look, I support you." And she's brilliant. And I just went, right. So I handed my notice in. And she goes, "Just go sick instead." And have a think
you get
about
paid.
it. So I said to my manager, I said, "Look, I want to have my notice in." And he went, "Why? You know, you're performing, you're doing really well." I said, "I just don't want to do it anymore." And he's like, "Oh."
You didn't ask for more money then? You just said, I don't want to do it?
No, I just want to do it. And luckily he supported me. Is really good. He supported me getting a MVQ before I left. And it's like through the city and guilds and stuff like this.
The
And
electrical qualification, MVQ and stuff like that.
it was in electrical signalling pathways. Do you know what that means?
Nope.
No one does. So,
I've never heard of it.
no, I think they made it up for people like me.
Right. Here we go. James, you're important.
That Wally will need it. It's just in reception. So aerial and satellite signal.
Right, gotcha.
So, but because it had a
So
qualification.
there is a qualification in that as well then?
There's a few
Because
actually.
it didn't used to be a qualification in DC power.
No.
Either. There is now though, apparently.
Yeah. I think they've made a lot to
Changes.
help people.
Well,
Yeah.
after the things get blown up, we better do something.
We might have to do that, yeah.
Yeah, we better train the guys.
that cow got electrocuted. You might have to do something.
Bleeding things.
Well, yeah, so that was my first like qualification since like school and college. I was like, hang on a minute, I wonder what else is out there.
Yeah.
So I left.
You got a
with
taste
that.
for it.
Yeah, and I got this qualification that proved I could do what I said I could do. And that was a whole switch in my head. And I was like, what else can I do? So I left. I contracted a little bit with other people.
Yeah.
I'd already built up a little bit of a network with other trades, electricians, AV and stuff. So I could go,
Yeah.
do you need any work doing? I'm available, because I had nothing. I didn't say
What are you doing today?
I could do something next week. So I would do my stuff for like maybe a week, and then somebody else's for like a week. And I kept fluctuating.
Got
through that.
subcontracting, in fact.
Yeah, basically like team up with someone or contract, and then do maybe all my private work, which really wasn't private work anymore. It's just work.
Yeah.
I didn't have a major job. And I took a punt, and it was 2010 on November 2010.
Right, you remember it well.
And I went live, fully live. I even like made a rubbishy website and everything. And I was just like, December. Yeah, I was just like, this is it. And oh mate, worst time of year, isn't it? But it's the busiest time as well.
Yeah.
So I didn't take a day off in that December up until Christmas.
You just went for it.
Saturday, Sunday, everything. I even worked before Christmas.
And this was
Christmas.
installing AV and audio.
He was doing a little bit of electrical. So I teamed up with an electrician. So I'd do a week with him. And then a week doing all the other Sky, aerial, data cabling and stuff like that. And then a week with him. So we were doing like rewires in a week. So we'd go in and do all our first fix. And then they'd get it all plastered the following week and filled in. And we go back the next week and we do all our second fix. So I started to see, hang on a minute, I could do this. I'm getting the hang of this. And I started learning.
I could see yourself doing, in effect.
Yeah. And then I won't mention him because we didn't have a falling out, but he got stitched up by the builder.
Right.
And then I had to wait for money for a while, which all worked out. And
It works.
It's all
It works in the trade sometimes.
Yeah.
You get done over a bit.
And it cascades down. And then, he was having issues and stuff like that anyway. So then I stopped doing work for him. And I was like, that was a valuable lesson.
Yep. You got to learn these lessons.
You don't put all your eggs in one basket.
No.
So we did that. And then I started a contract more with a different electrician who I met through the AV guy.
Right.
And I was doing work with the AV guy, work with the electrician. I was like, this is good. Don't commit a whole week to someone, because if they go, that job's now on the back hold, or the guy's on holiday, or we can't get the stuff, that's a whole week of work you got to try and fill. Rewind a bit. Say I can do 2 days.
Spread it out a little bit, yeah.
You can have 2 days. You can have 2 days. Because then if one of them lets you down, that's only 2 days you got to fill. So I started to think like that, which
helped.
Oh, mate, that helped a lot. Because when one job goes, I
was going to do that tomorrow. Can I do it today?
And then you start kind of really evolving what you're doing and how you work. And then the electrician, to be fair, he helped me out massively. And Ian is a top guy. His company's Fernley Electrical. Right. He is lovely. It's a family business. And he turned around to me one day and he's just like, James, you can do this, but you haven't got any credentials to prove it. Right. I was like, what can I do? And he's like, what you could do just to help you, go do a basic installation one. It'll be a City and Guilds. It'll give you the basics. You don't need it all, because if you're not doing all the certification and everything else, it'll just let you know why you're doing it the way you're doing it.
Yeah, a bit more knowledge.
Yeah, and the theory behind it, as opposed to just the practical. Because most people can run a cable, maybe not neat, but they can run it.
Yeah, but they do they know where to run it to and from, the zones and the sizes and things like that.
Yeah, or someone turns and goes, I want 24 downlights. All right, well, what type of breaker are you going to have to put in?
Yeah.
What's all the maths behind it? And I didn't have a clue. So I went away and done this course. And you know what he said? He goes, look, if you haven't got the money to pay for it, I'll give it to you. Right? And it was a couple of grand.
Yeah.
Right? And he said, but you can just work it off or you can pay me it back. So I said, all right, well, what if I do the full course? And get like
more.
City and Guilds.
He offered you one thing, you wanted it all.
Yeah. And I said, what if I do that instead? Because I'm an all or nothing type of person. I want to do it.
Yeah.
And he was like, do it. So I booked this. It's a 5-week course. 5-week course. And you come out with City and Guilds level 3 and everything, right? But you get a lot of people that go do these
5
courses.
weeks fully intense, or was it like night courses?
Fully intense during the day, 5 days a week, right? You get there 8:30. It starts at 9. You're out about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And they start from the beginning. Right. And they go through. And I think
this is a plug.
I think that by the end of the first week, you do a little bit of like lighting and sockets.
Is it single phase and 3 phase you do?
They did do 3 phase on the 3rd week, I believe it was. Yeah. So you start on just pure domestic
believe
stuff.
it? Did you not go the 3rd week?
I did. No, I just can't remember. It was like
right,
2016 or something. So I kind of did that, and I was like, let's just do it. But I couldn't do it all. I couldn't take 4 weeks off work or 5 weeks off work.
Yeah. So
what I did, I said, look, can I split it and do 2? Like 1 month, wait 3 months, and then do the rest of it. And they're like, oh, but what if you forget?
Not a bad idea, yeah.
And I was like, well, I might.
I wouldn't forget.
But I'll be all right. So I'd done those 2 weeks. But while I was doing those 2 weeks, I was working in the evenings, right? I was getting up about 5 in the morning doing emails and quotes. Right. And I was working the weekends. So I was killing myself.
You're used to the grafting, yeah.
I'm used to it. I know I had a goal. I had to get through this. So I did. It was in May 2016, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Olympics were on. Yeah, so it must have been 16, something like that. And it was around that time, and I just done the 2 weeks, worked all the weekends, and then by the time I got to June, I'd paid my mate off.
Cool.
So all my overtime on the weekends was paying him back, basically, because I was doing jobs for him. So I'd worked it off. Middle of June. Yeah. And then the next course was end of July, I think it was. And then the Olympics was coming up, and I had a big job coming up. And I thought, oh, God, and they just threw it on me. Right. So I was like, I've got no time.
Scary one sort of thing.
Well, it was a big job in London. It was for the Tate Modern. Right? They contacted me. Yeah, very a good name drop.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I went to the Tate Modern.
Yeah, I just...
was he doing electrical as well?
No, it was an aerial. They wanted an aerial in time for the
Olympics.
Olympics.
You can go down there and go, I did that aerial. Did one of them. But I did that.
I did that. And any time I go by, I go, oh, okay, girls.
Why you got a signal in there?
I'll do the job there. If you go to the canteen, they can watch telly because of me.
That's what we all do.
It is though, isn't it? That's
definitely.
Yeah, I done a job there when I was 22. Yeah. But my dad did that. My dad drove past the building. I put the windows in there.
My dad did that often because he didn't... He looked at it as it fallen down.
Is that still up?
Do you do that, Dad? Now, what are you on about?
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
They knocked down my jobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. So I managed to do that and get that booked in. I had to do that on a Sunday because I was doing my course and everything. And then I finished the course and I done it. But I nearly quit the course when I was doing the exams.
Why?
Because
it's mind-boggling.
The dyslexia kicked my ass.
Yeah, with the Ohm's law and all that.
Oh, mate. And the thing is, it was on white paper.
At that age as well.
Yeah.
It's harder for your brain to train round it, I think, isn't it? Because for me, when I went straight out of school into college, you're sort of fresh to the learning sort of bit of it all. But when you're a bit older, like when I go back to my 18th, I did that 3 times.
Yeah.
Done my bleeding head in.
I'm not good with the written word. And if it's on a white sheet with black writing, for whatever reason, it starts to do this.
It moves around.
It moves around. And I'm looking at it.
Always
and my eyes are just going, oh my God. And I'm like, what is happening? So a lot of it was that. And I think the imposter syndrome kicks in. And while I was doing it, you go through the whole, I shouldn't be here. You know, I'm not good enough. All this type of stuff. And you start really getting hard on yourself. And you're going, maybe I can't do this.
Yeah,
and
maybe I'll jack it in.
Well, you've got to give your head a wobble.
Because you did it with 21 times before.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm used to it. It worked out.
Yeah. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
And I walked into the toilet. I had to get up and walk out. I was like, can I take a moment? And they're like, yeah. And it's during an exam.
Yeah.
And I walked into the toilet. And I'm looking in the mirror.
Did you?
No, you're not allowed any of that with you.
Right.
And someone had to stand by the toilet while you're in there. Right. And I just stand in the toilet going, why are you here? And I'm looking in the mirror going, you absolute knobhead. What are you doing? Why are you here? Are you here for you or are you here for your family? And I thought, hang on a minute.
Just have a quick word with yourself.
It's not just me anymore. I've got 3 people, 3 little people at home, and my missus. They're all expecting me to do something here and come back with something. Yeah. It's not about me anymore. I've got to do this. So I just went back in. I was like,
raved yourself up. That's a good little thing to do, though, isn't it? Talk to yourself, saying, "Look, it's not me." Because if it's you, you'd be like, "Ha, I'll do something else."
Yeah,
but
22 jobs.
It's not me. Yeah, exactly. It's when you've got that there and you into your head. It's not you. That's a brilliant way to think, and I think a lot of people should think like that.
Yeah, it's not being selfish anymore.
Exactly. You can't when you've got kids, sort of thing.
Well, you know what that's like.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I know. It's all
not
for
about
them
you
now.
Yeah.
No.
I think that was a game changer.
Yeah, it's a good idea and a good thing to do, I think.
Well, I passed.
Yeah.
So
egged you on enough to go, right, that's it, got it. Tick, done that.
I think a lot of people look at those courses, don't they, and down their nose at them, especially if you've done a full apprenticeship and all that. But admittedly, I think I was quite lucky because I'd already done a few years with an electrician.
Experience-wise.
About 3.5 years working with him and seeing it, and then kind of doing it in reverse and going, actually, I know what application they're talking about.
Yeah.
I know why they're saying to do this.
Understanding
I've done
it
the
a
other
lot
week.
more, like, yes.
And I think for me, that worked in a backwards way. And I think how my brain decompresses and takes stuff apart. Like if you were saying, oh, this is how this works, and this is how it switches, and this is it. And then we went into a classroom and you said, do you remember that thing that I just showed you the other day?
Yeah.
Do you remember with the switches and the colours? Oh, yeah, that one was red and that one was green. And then you remember it because you've used it.
So, exactly. When you've actually pressed it sort of thing, felt it.
Yeah, I'm better with that. If someone shows me how to do it, I can
Rather
normally replicate.
Are you one of the guys that, get something then and it's a manual, but you're like, I'm going to press the button to see what it does?
Yeah, well,
Everyone does that, surely, doesn't they?
the manual is
break it and then, oh, fuck, I've got to buy a new one.
I call it a destruction manual.
Yeah.
Because it's only you look at it when it goes wrong.
Exactly, you do, didn't you? Right to the back,
Oh.
trouble codes.
Yeah, where's the trouble
As
code?
you plugged it in. Oh.
Oh, that's a shelf, not a door.
Yeah.
I hate
That's
flat
not
pack.
meant to come off.
Yeah, flat pack furniture.
Yeah, it's a
the missus,
nightmare.
the missus reads it out and goes, no, that goes here. We need 23
I'm going to
of
figure
these.
it out, yeah.
No, I'll just wing it.
This bit's missing.
Yeah. Did you want 2 doors?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was a good one for me, coming out of it and going, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
And then that gave me a bit more confidence and self-belief that, hang on a minute, if I put a bit of time and effort into myself, what could I get out of it?
Yeah.
And that was big. That was a big moment. And obviously you make loads of mistakes
along
after.
the way. Well, that's what makes who you are, don't it, I think. If you don't learn by your mistakes and you just keep doing them, it's a bit of a silly way to go.
Well, you're an idiot then, aren't you? If you're making the same mistake
if you
again
carry
and
on
again.
doing it,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, well, put your hand in fire. If it keeps burning you, don't put your hand in the bleeding fire.
I think, have you ever heard the book Green Light by Matthew McConaughey?
I have, yes. Brilliant book.
I listened to the Audible, and where he
I
talks
listened
about
to that as
running
well,
around
on
the
trip to
track.
Scotland.
Oh, mate, it's such a good book.
Yeah.
And you remember the bit where he's talking about running around a track, and like you see like a bit of dog poo, on the floor, and he goes, some people will avoid it, and go, oh, no, I've missed that, and then they come back around and then hit it,
Right.
and then other people will just step into it, and then but the idiot will keep going around and stepping it again. And he goes, the clever person will learn from it, pick it up, clean their shoes off and move it. One for you, but also for the next person.
Yeah.
So you're helping yourself and maybe
And
future
everyone
you or the
else.
next person.
Yes.
And I was like, I think I got that right. I might have made that all up, but that's what I
If not,
took
put it in
from
your book.
Yeah. So James's memoirs.
Yes. Blue light.
Yeah. It'll all be spelt wrong.
It'll get there.
Yeah.
Right. So then all this pushed you towards building your own company and
Yeah.
being your own boss. Did you always want to be your own boss?
No, I just wanted
No.
to work and pay the bills.
So all this, were you a good employee, do you think?
No.
Would
I was
an old boss
terrible.
of yours say that? He's a bloody nightmare.
Do you know what? I know what one of my bosses said about me, because when 2012 happened, I took a little bit of a break and I'd done some agency work and stuff. When the digital switchover happened,
Right.
everything was meant to go mental and everyone's going to get busy.
Oh, yeah, like the
And it didn't
millennium
happen.
thing and that.
And so I had to go to an agency, and then I had to go along and I had to give them my references. And one of my bosses from Sky, that was from a different company, came in for a bit and then left.
Yeah.
Mike Campbell, right? I didn't get along with
I
him.
recognise that name.
And he didn't get along with me. We just rubbed each other up the wrong way,
Yeah.
right? It was a clash of personalities. Like, he knew best. I thought I knew best, and I didn't. Right? I really
Thinking
didn't.
you know best sometimes works out, but yeah.
But then he had a thing on his door, right? And this has stuck with me. 2 things from that stuck with me, right? He said, don't come to me with problems, come to me with solutions.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on his door, right? And I hated that, but I abided
For you
by it.
arrogant git.
Yeah. You think, what's your problem? But what I would do is, if a job couldn't go ahead, so like there's a tree in the way and a dish can't go there, I'd go, all right, well, where can it go? So I'd look where it could go and I'd be like, right, it can go over there. And I'd redo the drawing, correct it, take a photo, send it to him, and then ring him and go, look, I can't go this way, but I can put it there. And I go, yeah, all right.
Right.
And that was it.
Do you have a solution for him then? Yeah.
I came to a solution. And when we had a meeting
Yes.
and everything, everyone like picked up about, oh, he's done this wrong, that's done that wrong. And they're all picking each other's work apart. One of my jobs came up in a photo. It was like a slideshow. Everyone picked it apart. What's wrong with this? Blah, blah, blah. And he goes, yeah, but James done the install, but he didn't put that in. And I was like, thank you. And he goes, he's the only one that comes to me with solutions, not problems, apart from you. And he goes, only you two. And I was like, wow.
You were a good employee then.
Well, yeah, but I had lots of rows with him.
Right,
And
that-
he
that
tried to
was the good
sack me.
part.
But years later, what was interesting, I had to put my references down.
Yeah.
And they came back and said, we spoke to Mike. I was like, oh, no, I haven't got the job, have I? No. I just instantly, my brain was like, he just said he's a knobhead. And they went, no, he actually, I just thought I'd let you know he gave you a good reference. I was like, what? And they said,
Really?
yeah. And he said, he goes, he's really good at what he does, but he will tell you if you're doing it wrong. So watch him. If he's got a bee in his bonnet, he will say something.
He'll go for it.
And I thought, he's not wrong. You know what I mean? Like, he's definitely not wrong. So I contacted him. I said, wow, man, thanks for the reference, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's really nice of you. And he goes, mate, not everybody gets along with everybody. But if you do a good job, it helps.
Not everyone likes everybody.
And that was a valuable lesson for me, is like, hang on a minute. Because I remember saying to my missus, I said, look, I've worked for a lot of knobheads in my time. And she was like, babe, the common denominator is you. You're the knobhead.
Yeah, this is the thing, isn't it? Sometimes I've got to realise it's not them, it is me. So surprisingly, that boss actually liked you.
Yeah, maybe not at the time, but maybe he saw something in me that he knew could work.
Yeah.
Or might work out.
So he put a good reference for you.
Very good, yeah. Which then paid dividends, because then that made me realise, hang on a minute, not everyone I've met and worked with hates me. Maybe a few do. You can't please them all.
You're quite abrupt, like.
Yeah, but also, I think your ego definitely has to come back and kind of go, hang on a minute, we've all got an ego, but maybe we don't need to wear it.
I think it's something you learn when you get a bit older as well, isn't it?
I think that comes
definitely with age.
Age and wisdom and experience.
Possibly, yes.
Something like that. But yeah, and then I think on from that, doing the agency stuff, I soon realised, oh, mate, I really can't work for other people.
Well, this is something a lot of people that I've gone self-employed realise as well. Same as myself. You thought, scrap that. This guy's getting this much to do the job. I can do that. I can have it all. It's greed, maybe, but yeah, it worked out.
Do you know what it is? Is if it's a customer telling you, this is what I want, yeah, you've got to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll say, this is what I want and this is how I want it done. And that's fine, because how you do the application is kind of down to you in a certain way. But when you're working for someone else, I want it done this way, has to be done that, and by then, and you feel so contained.
Yeah.
And I think for me, without realising it, you need a bit of creativity in how you deliver stuff.
Especially when you're working in domestic premises, stuff like that as well. Well, it's not a new build, basically.
But then all the Sky stuff and everything, that taught me customer relations and customer support, putting shoe covers on, how to deal with customers, how to be safe working as well, especially at height.
Yeah.
And I think definitely the customer service side, that gave me a hell of a lot of
so you've always
experience.
been a bit of a people's person then, do you think?
A people pleaser,
People
probably
pleaser,
more so.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing though, because you can...
Definitely, because do you think that's helped you grow your own business?
Yeah.
Because how you get on with your customers, because no doubt you go around to customers' houses and are they happy to see you? Hi, James, how you doing?
Some might be happy to see me leave.
Right.
Stop eating all my biscuits and drinking all my tea, get out. But no, do you know what? A customer will become a friend. You know that saying, a customer will become a friend before a friend will become a customer. I've become friends with lots of customers over the years, and I think that's a privilege, especially when people invite you into your home. Like one guy recently...
it makes you feel better that you're doing a good job as well.
Yeah. One guy recently said, so I suppose I won't see you again for a while now all the work's done.
Oh.
And I went, yeah, well, unless you need an upgrade or something goes wrong or whatever. And he went, oh. And I said, and his missus has got a company that does like pastries and ice cream.
Yeah.
And I said, I can always pop by and get a pastry or an ice cream. And he said, suppose you could come for dinner. I was like, yeah, okay. And then he went, you can bring your missus, you can bring Megan, her other half, you can all come for dinner. My wife loves cooking. And I'm like,
funny, isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah. Because I've been invited to, there was a 60th birthday party for one of the customers. I went to their birthday party. And they're like, so how do you know this guy? I'm an electrician. This is the uncle from Scotland. I'm just an electrician. I fit socket.
I put a light up for him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, all right.
Done a light, a socket, and all this. But
I hung his telly on the wall.
Well. And I
Yeah.
was probably the only person who got on that dance floor.
Did it really?
Yeah, got them all going.
I think every party needs a tradie or two.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I think we bring a certain...
Charismaticness.
Not
Use that
elegance.
word.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. A bit of feel. Yeah, a
Just
bit
to
of
let her
emotion.
hair down, being a bit stupid, but say let her hair down. We've let our hairs down too far, haven't we?
Mate, on a normal size head, this is a full head of hair.
Yeah.
All right? Thinning. That's what my daughter goes. Oh, you're not bald, Dad. You're
It
thinning.
is. Right, so how long has MKL been going now?
Since 2010 officially.
2010, so that's 15 years.
Yeah. So December.
So
we'll
you
enter-
can basically say it's a success then, because you ain't quit that one, and you ain't 23, like.
Well, yeah. I've wanted to quit.
Yeah?
I think you go through that roller coaster, didn't you? I nearly quit.
Nearly quit. Why did you nearly quit?
Oh, so 2022, that was a difficult year. So let's say the fallout from a pandemic,
Right.
yeah, where you don't know if you're going to work, if your company's going to exist, if you're allowed to work,
Yeah,
or anything.
definitely, because they've been in the trades of, and you got to go in people's houses, so it just put a stop to it all.
Everything froze, and I think no
Do
matter
you not enjoy the time at home sometimes, though?
I did a bit. Do you know what? I was the fittest I'd ever been in years.
Yeah,
I was doing loads of
Just
exercise.
in the garden.
Well,
yeah.
everyone was doing those challenges. Oh, how many press ups can you do? Can you do 25 a day for 25 days? And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
I can do that. Yeah.
And I was just getting my head into anything, So I got really fit for that summer. And then obviously jobs start opening up. I was really lucky. Customers going, I've got a job down at the stables, no one's there. Yeah. Or I've just bought a house, no one lives in it. I was like, yeah, okay.
Cool.
So we could go in. And I started doing like 3 days a week, then 4 days. And then it started picking up, and then it just went manic. When they went, oh, you're an essential worker, you can go. All right.
Did they figure that out, did they? Finally.
Yeah. So we could go do stuff. And I think being busy for then another couple of years, and I had 2 of my biggest projects ever. We had one in a restaurant in Milton Keynes, which was 19 screens in the escape in a restaurant, right?
Bloody hell.
That was big. The customer said to me, do you think you could do it? Because Sky come out and they couldn't do the dish. And I just went, yeah. And then I had to figure out how to do it.
No, yeah.
And
Always say yes and then figure it out. That's what I was told.
We had to get a dish on this side of the building, fibre optic cable through it all the way around, all the way
You
back
did
in.
fibre optics as well then?
Well, I got pre-made ones, so I didn't have to terminate them.
Spot on.
Yeah, so I was like, can you get pre-made, yeah? What's the longest one? 240 metres. Can I have 2 of them? Can you have a join as well? And it worked fine. Yeah, it was absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So we did that. And then I had another 48 flats that we had to do the aerial and the satellite for.
Good amount then, yeah.
All at the same time.
So how did you get all that work? Just right place, right time, or?
The 48 flats was I'd been maintaining their system or polishing a turd, putting it right and fixing it for years. And I kept going, it needs upgrading, it needs changing.
He's changing. Like.
And they're like, no, we don't have the budget, we can't do this, bro. And it had been done badly the first time. And then eventually they went, 5 of them don't work, we've got to put some money into it. And we did it. And that was great. So I could quote it and do it. And I pulled other people in to help me as contractors. And we did a load of work. So I had loads of people on that. But during the pandemic, or in the aftermath of it, I should say, we had to, with our risk assessments and everything, we had to get one person on the first floor flats that went in and out. So we could log who went in. Because if anyone got ill, we could track it.
Right.
On the ground floor, we had somebody else. Oh, you're in these flats. So if anybody got sick, we could track it straight away and isolate it. And then somebody else was doing the outside, normally me because it was raining. So I'd go out and do the outside. And then we could track it off. That person's got ill. All of that's down to one person. Cool.
Right.
And they came in this vehicle and whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it was...
lava, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mate, no wonder I got no hair. That was really, really stressful. So that happened, which was an amazing opportunity. At the same time, that year, this was 2021, I got COVID. And ended up in hospital. And my family thought I was going off to die, right? Because most people that went off to hospital with it didn't come back at that time. Or if they did, they didn't come back right. And so my missus, like, my stats were bad and everything. I went off in an ambulance. That was it. They thought it was goodbye, Dad.
Oh, they couldn't go with you, could they?
That was it. And I got in there and it was freaky as anything. I won't go into that, but that was scary.
Like Walking Dead sort of thing.
But I came out 3 days later. Because they managed to sort me out and get
let
me
you
okay.
out or you run?
Well, bit of both. They
Get me out.
I was in there and they were going, oh, right, you should probably be in here for a week or so, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I can't do this. There's only so much Netflix and eating. To be fair, though, the people that come around with the tea and all that, they were brilliant. She come in, she went, do you want a cup of tea? I was like, yeah, please. She goes, you want a biscuit? I went, yeah. What you got? And she named all the biscuits. She goes, what ones? I went, yeah. What? She gave me all the biscuits.
I love them all.
She gave me, she went, if you haven't eaten them in 2 hours, I'll be disappointed. I ate all of them. She come back and done it again. And I just kept eating all the biscuits. But then on the back of that, I was like, I need to get out of here. So I started doing little sit-ups on the chair and all this sort of stuff. Nurse comes in, she goes, somebody wants to go home. If you do that when the doctors come round, they'll discharge you quicker. I thought either she's lying.
You're sitting there like a nutter.
Well, I didn't do anything until the doctors come. As soon as he come in, I was like, I can hear him. And I started doing it. And he went, oh, you're doing really well. After he left, I was like, oh my God. I was exhausted. I couldn't move. But every time he come around, I did it. So they let me out in 3 days. I was ruined. I couldn't move after. So I got out. That was all good. Had to finish these 2 big jobs off.
Oh, right. That's still going on.
That was all going on. So other people, like contractors, I was getting them to do all the bits in between and stuff while I'm in there like... And then this was November, and then we go into our busy period. Mate, I was still dizzy. I couldn't go up ladders or anything. I was ruined. And then the rebuild of 2022, I think because maybe I wasn't as strong-minded and physically in 22.
Took its toll on you a bit.
I think it took its toll. And even some of the guys that I was doing work with, they went, you're not the same as what you were. And one of them took a bit of advantage with that. And he started handing out his business card to customers.
Moonlighting.
To my customers.
Right.
But the thing is my customers are really loyal. They're going, hey, James.
Your card's different.
Why is he giving me his card? I was like, oh, is he? And then he started taking jobs longer and stuff like that. Right. And like one customer was like, I booked a job for 3 days.
Problem with employing people.
It is though. And it took 5 and then you lose money and it's like, but you can't charge a customer more because it was a price.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got stitched up 3 different ways. So his missus was doing a bit of bookkeeping for me.
Mm-hmm.
Told the accountant that they used to work for that they were doing my VAT as well. And then I didn't have a VAT bill for a while, and I contacted the accountant. I was like, "All right, have I not got no VAT?" Oh, we're not doing it. They are. And I was like, "No, my contract's with you." And they're like,
Sugar, we haven't been doing it, so you get fined.
So I had 9.5 grand's worth
to catch up on,
and I got loads of fines for it, and I had to start paying it off, and I had to pay it off monthly, and it took me ages, and I had to get rid of him, I had to get rid of her, and get a new accountant as well, all at the same time.
Out.
Yeah, so I ended up going with a new accountant, going through everything all over again, and then having to rebuild up from that, and I was just really like ready to quit. I was just this is it. And then I got stitched by a customer for about 2.5 grand. And I'd already paid her.
So you sort of got knockback after knockback in effect.
Yeah, so like I thought, well, it can't happen another time, can it? That's my 3. And then coming up for Christmas, so that 2.5 grand would have been the money that we would have needed to be off at Christmas. Yeah. So the 2 weeks or 3 weeks that you're off, that's your bank money. I can still pay bills. No. So that happened. So I turned my phone off at Christmas, and I said to my daughter, I don't think I'm going to turn it back on. That was 2022. And she was like,
going to do it again.
Yeah. And she just looked at me and she was like, what?
Who told you? Who's it, your missus?
My daughter. She was like, right. I said, I think you need to find another job just in case. So she's like, right, okay. So my missus was like, I haven't seen you this. I went deep low. Yeah.
Thought I've had enough.
Yeah, definitely. I had enough of life. I had enough of the job. I had just.
It all got to you.
Basically, yeah. And I was in a very, very dark
you didn't want to work at all, let alone for someone else, let alone for yourself.
I didn't want to get out of bed.
No?
Yeah, one day I didn't even get out of bed.
Was it depression? Like
yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs. come in and she goes, oh, are you going to work today? No.
You just
what?
Adamant.
She goes, what am I going to say? I was like, I don't care. She goes, well, what? I don't like talking to people. I was like, I'm not getting out of bed. I just stayed there. Yeah. One morning I cried my eyes out, didn't even want to get out of bed. I was ruined.
This must have affected your family as well.
Massively.
Toll on them.
You think the journey that they've gone through, it's never you, is it? It's everyone around
everyone,
you.
Yeah.
They've watched me, what they thought they were going to say goodbye to me. Yeah. And then a year later, they're probably thinking the same again, and not going off to hospital, just within your own implosion. So that was a scary time. And then the saviour in a way for me was friends. Right. Because in the new year, when that came around, people contacted me going, what are you doing? You're not working. What's going on?
You're coming out. Got to tell you this more.
Yeah. And even like, can you give me a hand on a job? No. What? No. So a mate of mine, Mark, and massively thank you to Mark Crowther, and I told him the other day, and it cried my eyes out, so I'm not going to do it now. Got out my system, because I had to say it to him. And we were driving back from Sheffield.
Due in a way, yeah.
Mate, he saved my life.
Yeah?
Yeah, big time. What happened was he contacted me, he goes, so what are you doing with the business? What's happening? And he even offered to buy it.
Yeah?
Yeah, he goes, what if I buy your vehicles off you and you just work for me? I was like, oh, because I had 2 vans at the time. And Tommy 2 vans, and there's not enough people to drive them. You're not going to go anywhere quick, are you? 2 insurances, 2 everything. You know what I mean?
The bills were coming in, but it weren't going, nothing was coming in that way.
So I had to get rid of 1 van just to pay bills, because I had a big VAT bill and everything else. And that even wouldn't have helped me, because I still had other bills that I had to pay. So it'd only take a chunk.
It was piling up in effect behind you.
It's spiralling. Yeah, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, spinning plates, you know, it's just horrible. So trying to keep the wolf from the door.
Yeah.
And you've still got family, you've still got rent, you've still got everything to pay. So I said to him, all right, I'll come work with you. I'll do a bit, but I'm not sure if I want you to buy the business. So I was doing
you still had your heart in it a little bit.
I was still like...
It's still there.
And I think that's pride or a bit of ego or something. You've I've built this. This is my Lego building.
My baby, I
want to put the people in it and put wheels on it and make it go. So I was doing a couple of days for him, helping him with his work. On the back of that, I was just forwarding in my emails and my calls and my voicemails, and he was booking everything in. So he was
running your business, in effect.
He was running my business, yeah. And I was all right. I was getting in a better place. And then come up to the summer, and he went, look, and my daughter had gone and got another job, making coffee and stuff like that. Yeah. So she was doing that. She took a bit of a dip there, but that's a different story in her mental health there, which was brutal. And I could see it, because our mental health affects our physical. And I saw it, and that was breaking me, because I was like, I feel like I forced her to do this.
Right.
And I felt responsible
in effect, yeah.
So I'd built myself up in 22. I got to the August, And Mark just turned around. He went, "Mate, I'm going to India for a month." I was like,
What am I going to
and
do?
he's like, "Are you all right to jump back in the driver's seat?" And my bumhole was doing this. I was just like, "Yeah, all right." And I did it, and it's been manically busy since. And then I started getting
And you've
help
been enjoying it.
a lot more. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I needed that decompression time to rebuild my own emotional and mental self. And then quite a few of my mates reached out. Another one of my mates had a massive wobble, nearly took his own life.
Right.
One of his mates did. And this is all after COVID for like people collapsing, companies closing.
It's our age and our era, I think.
Mate,
it
do you know what's
affects a lot of people.
What's really like keeps it's frightening is that the biggest killer, right, for people our age, men our age, isn't cancer, isn't heart attacks, it's suicide. How scary is that? Is that it's not someone else or something else that we can blame.
It's us.
It's
in
within.
effect, yeah.
Yeah. So there was quite a few people that I knew at the time that had ended up making a permanent decision for a temporary problem.
Yeah.
And my mate nearly did. And another one of my mates, he hit rock bottom and he's absolutely awesome. So we check in every few weeks now.
Yeah.
We still do it. Sometimes it might be a month, but we check in.
Get back to him.
You all right? Everything going all right? Yeah. And it's just to kind of go, where you at?
Yeah.
Emotionally,
just
mentally.
to say to him, like, you're right.
Yeah.
So he's got the chance to say, and you can tell, can't you?
You know.
You're like, right, cool, going to have coffee. We're going to go here. We're going to do that.
Yeah. Or let's have a video chat. Whatever it is, if you can't meet up. But he called me in to go have a look at the job. And ironically, it was a building I'd went to a few years before and never got paid. They just stitched me up and then they closed. Right.
Oh.
And it was in Milton Keynes and then they converted it into flats again and somebody else bought it. And he called me up and he goes, "Oh, James, I've got this job. It could be the make or break," because he was trying to get back on track and help himself. And while he was going through his own wobble. And he went, "What do you think? Do you want to come along and have a look? You could help me with it and we could whack it out, blah, 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 if we can get it done quick." And I got there. And have you seen those like scissor lifts that you've got to do manually?
Not manual ones, no.
Mate, if you ever see one, avoid them, right? They're like probably the width of this table, all right? And you've got the cage.
Well, you got to sit on it and pump yourself up.
It's
hydraulic.
got a wheel. And you're like...
So someone's got to sit down the bottom?
No, it's just you. You wheel it into place. It's quite light. And then you're like... And you get up to height. The problem is you lock it off while you get there, because if you let go, it just goes... right? So you get up there, you lock it in a position, but the problem was it wasn't high enough to reach the ceiling to do the cabling. So then you had to stand on the cage bit to get up a bit.
Where's health and safety there?
Well, that's out the window, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he was going, "Yeah, you might have to do this and blah, blah, blah." And I'm watching him do one room.
Get a genie, man.
And, well, you weren't allowed anything up there because the rooms weren't big enough. You couldn't get ladders up. You weren't allowed.
Right.
And I was like, and it was all tubed. So you had conduit down. So all you had to do is fire the cables down, which is great if they're in the right place.
Of course.
Some weren't. And he's like, yeah, we could do this. We could do that. It'd be all right, wouldn't it? I said, "What have you priced it at?" And he went, "Oh, I might have undercut it." So that's why I wanted to get you in, because I think together, like if there's three of us,
We can both lose a bit of money.
yeah, we could just. And I came away, and I was just like, oh. And I walked outside, and you know when your gut's saying, "Don't do it,"
Yeah.
and my gut was going, "You've already been stung by this building once."
It's bad luck, bad omen.
And I just turned to him. I was just like, "Mate, how you doing?" And he just fell apart. And he went, "I've sold my watch that I got for my wedding. I've done this, I've done that," because he had to pay bills. He had his mate to work with him as well. He's got to pay him. And he sold all this stuff to keep things going. And this was the job that was either going to make or break him. And I said, "Mate, this is going to break you.
Yeah.
And if I do it with you, it's going to break me." And I'm trying to build myself back up. And he was
been
like,
there, mate,
yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah.
And I said, "Look, I think the best thing you could do, how many days you put into it?" And he's about 3. Lose those 3 days, because I think if you don't, you're going to lose weeks. And he was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." And he went, "I think you're right." So we went off and we had a coffee, and he's just like, "I've binned it." I was like, "Really?" And he went, "Yeah." And he said, "I think that's the best advice you've given me." And so since then, we have collaborated on loads of jobs. Like we've done a DJ suite together, which is an awesome job. We've got photos of that coming up soon and a bit of video. That I'm really proud of, because the customer was just epic, man. He's so cool.
Good.
And we've collaborated on a lot of jobs, because I met him when we done the restaurant in Milton Keynes.
Right.
He was doing all the electrical while I did all the TV. And he was so nice to work with. You know when you get another
Get along
tradie
with somebody, yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to pull a cable over here." And they go, "Well, do you want me to drill your holes for you?" And I can even put a back box in. Sound. And then I'm like, "Oh, you got your cable in the ceiling there. I'm pulling a cable down. Do you want me to pull yours down?" Yeah. And we were just like,
You got on together like to work. It's good when you can work with someone like that.
It was just unison.
It wasn't an apprentice. He knew what he was doing as well.
Yeah. And I think, you know yourself, if you're there, I've got my laser line out, blah, blah, blah. Do you want me to mark any holes for you while I'm at it? Mate, it's just,
Very
you know,
thoughtful,
you're
like,
thinking about the next person.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've got time for him. Yeah, he's absolutely sound. So there's quite a few people like that I've learned. And I think because if you're vulnerable and you allow yourself, people see it, they're more prone to open up and go, actually, yeah.
Definitely relatable as well, sort of. So you're not just a bravado of like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm perfect. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say, and you're like, well, I've got something I want to talk about. Do you want to talk about it? In effect.
Someone said it if you ask someone 3 times, isn't it? They go, you all right? And they go, yeah.
Yeah.
You go, are you all right? And they go, yeah. And you go, are you really all right? And they go, no, I'm not.
You've got me now. Like, yeah.
Why'd you break me down?
Yeah, you've asked me 4,000 times.
Yeah.
And then the MKL, you're flying now, obviously.
Yeah, we're doing really well.
How long have you been doing the social media side, but putting it all on?
Oh, I do. It's a difficult one to do, putting your stuff out there, because you know you're going to get judged and ridiculed. And
Indeed, yeah.
You know what that's like.
Yeah.
But yeah, social media, I kind of started about 8 or 9 years ago, and you get nothing.
Softly, yeah.
And I think in the last couple of years, I've now kind of got a little bit of flow with it, and I enjoy it. Because it's a bit silly, isn't it? It's all temporary.
Yeah, it's all fun and games sort of thing. You're not, is it a good advantage to get work as well? Do you find that?
It has been. So I've had customers going, I've been following you for a year or 2, and I was like this, and blah, blah,
You're
blah.
the man.
Can I have that job doing? Because they know the process, you know, and they know what's involved. Like Adam, you know, he gets loads of work at SOTA. He gets most of his work through YouTube because people know the process and they know what's involved.
Yeah, well, how I was going to do it, a professional job.
Yeah.
So if people want to find out more about MKL and yourself, they can obviously go to your handle, which is
MKL Cable Solutions.
MKL Cable Solutions.
Yeah.
And what's your biggest platform? What you normally publish on?
Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
All of them.
They're all about equal amounts. I do have a link tree.
There we go. We'll get the link tree on there.
Yeah.
And something that I'm interested in, what's the biggest size TV you ever put up?
110 inch.
110 inch?
Yeah, it took 4 of us to lift it. It's heavy.
Were you scared of dropping it?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that pot, that's gone, isn't it?
You're like, yeah, mate, it's scary. Yeah.
Success, right, gone, it's on the wall.
Yeah, that was scary because I think it was about 10, 15 grand or something. And you're picking this up. Especially when the customer goes, it's the first one in the country. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Drop it, I can't order a new one. Brilliant. Well, James, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank
It's
you.
brilliant to hear your story.
Thank you.